And we're live. And
Okay.
welcome to another live session of the Growveg Challenge 1.0. We have with us here another wonderful guest speaker and also a team member of the Leverage Fresh Limited. We have here Miss Adebisi Opeyemi, who is the Communication and PR Manager of Leverage Fresh Limited. Please, Miss Opeyemi, can you kindly introduce yourself to the audience? Let them meet you.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this live session. My name is Adebisi Opeyemi, like our staff said, and I am the Communication and PR Manager for Leverage Fresh Limited. And today you'll be getting answers to the questions that you have in mind about the Growveg Challenge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Adebisi. So, I have some questions for you, and do I go ahead and ask you the questions?
Yes, please, you can go ahead.
Okay. So what brought us initiating it? So, Miss Adebisi, did you get my question?
No, there was an interruption from your side.
Ah, okay. So I was asking what initiated the Growveg Challenge?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. What initiated the Growveg Challenge is basically the main influence where we created the Growveg Challenge 1.0 is to encourage people to grow their own vegetables at home. The challenge involves participants committing to growing a certain type of vegetables or a certain type of food to supply themselves as well as in their community. If they can grow these vegetables in the backyard garden or even indoors using their containers, you don't have to get a large plot of land. We are trying to minimize space for growing vegetables as well as to contribute to the SDG 1 no poverty, SDG 2 zero hunger, SDG 12 responsible consumption and production, and SDG 13 which is the climate action. Because growing vegetables at homes also contributes to environmental sustainability. You cannot rely on farmers out there to grow your vegetables for you. You also participating or making impact in growing your own vegetables in your garden. You're also reducing the food miles and you are minimizing the use of harmful pesticide and fertilizer through using organic fertilizers by yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Adebisi. So we know that once the Growveg Challenge, once the program begins, there's going to be a 20 days training. So can you elaborate on the specific topics that we covered during this training period?
Okay. During this 20 days online training for the GoFed Challenge, each participant will undergo a comprehensive online training, like using control environment to cultivate these vegetables and also using open field cultivation techniques. Because you trying to incorporate these open field cultivation techniques, you are utilizing the main technologies that is of importance to the youth in growing their own vegetables at home. We are going to be looking at crops such as the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the bell peppers, watermelons, and cabbage. And these techniques will also help you to know how to do your own land preparation by yourself, how to nurse vegetable seeds in a nursery, and how to transplant after nursing in the nursery, how to transplant these seedlings into open field. You're also going to be learning about water and irrigation management, about nutrient management, and how you can incorporate vertical farming in your own backyard garden. We're also going to be looking at this type of crops, how to do the production guide, how to do the estimate cost of this type of crops for farming. And you're also going to be looking at the basis of agribusiness because you producing these vegetables, how are you going to create market for it? We are going to be looking at all that. and how you can also add values to these vegetables in the agricultural industry.
Thank you so much, Ms. Adebisi. So first of all, I'd like to welcome Dr. Abide Mitalabi. Thank you for joining the live session. And those who are also joining us from wherever you're joining from, you're welcome and thank you for joining us. If you have any comments or any question, please feel free to drop it in the comment section and we will read and answer your questions as the live session goes on. So, Dr. Abide, thank you for cheering us on. He says so much value for Miss Adebisi. Yes, so much value. Um, and he mentions the open field and controlled environment cultivation of vegetable crops. Yes, that's what our participants are going to be learning while the training is going on. So, if you're just joining us, I'll say welcome again. And we have here Ms. Adebisi Opeyemi, who is the communication and PR manager of Leverage Fresh Limited. So, back to you, Ms. Adebisi. Is vegetable production truly profitable?
Yes, very profitable because people are not really looking at vegetables cultivation. They feel that vegetable production is just for you to cultivate it and then consume it by yourself. Vegetable production is a profitable venture, and even the global market experienced a steady growth in the recent years. According to the market data forecast, a global vegetable market is valued around 9,055 billion in 2020, and even recently the estimation is projected to reach over $1 trillion by 2025, and this is main part of the driving SDG goals that we are looking at. What is the mandate? Because increasing awareness of the health benefit of consuming vegetables has driven demand in both developed and emerging markets. People are now really looking at the value addition of vegetable production. It's not about you just producing it. How can you add value to it? And you exploring these value addition techniques makes it more profitable. Consumers are looking at how can they eat vegetables that are more nutritious. They are looking at the plant-based diet apart from gluten-free diet, which also include higher consumption of vegetables, and it creates a lucrative market for those people that are producing it by themselves. So you tapping into vegetable production is really a profitable venture, and even utilizing advances in technologies like the hydroponics, aeroponics and aquaponics makes it more expanded into vertical farming, and allowing the producers to grow these vegetables indoors without open feed, which actually add to its profitability.
Thank you so much. Mr. Tunde, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Abidemi, thank you once again for cheering us up. So if you're joining us, you're welcome. And once again, I want to say feel free to drop your comments in the comment section and we'll attend to them. And we have here Ms. Adebisi Opeyemi, the communication and PR manager of Leverage Fresh Limited. So back to you, Ms. Adebisi. What would be the criteria? We know that during this Growveg challenge program, there will be selection of top 10 participants and top two outstanding participants. So, what are the criteria that will be put in place to select this top 10 and outstanding two?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. You participating in Growveg Challenge does not automatically include that you'll be one of the top 10 participants. We are going to be setting a criteria for giving a top 10 participant as well as the top two participants. The judges will be looking at how well do you document your activities, you sharing your photos with us, you sharing your written updates and your organic journey with us. We will be assessing participants' ability to adapt to changing circumstances, like demonstrating resilience in these setbacks that you have in growing vegetables, because definitely there's going to be some setbacks for you in the particular aspect. But how are you going to bounce back from these setbacks? How are you going to be resilient with the setbacks that you see in this journey? We are going to be reviewing participants' documentation of these setbacks. How well can you effectively identify and address challenges during the gardening process? We're also going to be setting criteria and looking at unique approaches that you incorporate during the gardening journey. We'll be evaluating participants based on their ability to achieve quality yields from the seeds that you get in the gardening journey. Even if you get tomato seeds, you get cucumber seeds, how did you achieve a quality yield? Such as you utilizing a normal backyard space that you have outside your home, you utilizing the available resources that you have, you utilizing the available water and inputs that you have. So all these submissions will be the criteria that we'll be looking at in selecting the top 10 and the top 2 participants.
Thank you so much, Ms. Adebisi, for that clarification. And yes, Dr. Bidemi says, sorry, Mr. Tunde says innovation matters. So something to point out, innovation matters. And then Dr. Bidemi also says quality yields, resource use quality yields, resource use efficiency. Thank you so much, Dr. Bidemi. So Miss Adebisi, so we have viewers now that are watching this live session and are interested in knowing what the Growveg challenge is all about. But some of them are still not yet sure of if they should register or participate in the challenge at all. So what advice or what comments do you have to say to such individuals?
I really advise those people that are still resisting in registering for the Growveg challenge, because how do you want to learn about the from the experts that have done it before? We have a line of experts and facilitators that are ready to train you, that are ready to tell you their mistakes that they've challenged. They are ready to tell you what they've incorporated in succeeding in this vegetable production. Because you alone cannot do this in this journey. The Growveg challenge will enable you to encourage you in every step of the practical aspect, even though you've not done it before. You have a large garden that you've not used. You have a small space that is not used, but you don't know what it is that you want to do on it. Growveg challenge is the right program for you to get this advice that you needed. Because the idea of committing a gardening challenge might feel overwhelming for you. And when you start small and you learn from those people that have done it before, you actually gain the basic aspects and even the practical aspects that you need in maybe using the fertilizer application, maximizing nutrient management in vegetable production, and you also tracking the data that you feel that is important in vegetable production. It's not just about you planting vegetables. How well are you at optimizing application of these nutrients? How well are you doing your record keeping? How well are you intercropping? These are the things that you're going to learn from the experts that have done it before. And you learning from them makes it more easier for you in the journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Adebisi. This has been a wonderful session with you, and it's a pleasure having you join us this evening. So, for our viewers, if you have any comments or if you have any question, please feel free to drop it now. Um, and if you have any clarification you want to get, please you can drop it in the comment section. Okay. Um, in the absence of none, Mr. Adebisi, we've come to the end of the live session, and it was a pleasure once again having you clear some of our questions for us. And I'm sure those who are viewing now have a better understanding of what the Growveg challenge is all about, and also how to participate, how they'll be assessed during the 20 days training. And then this has been very helpful, and I'm sure those who are still yet to register will go ahead and register to participate. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure
definitely.
those who are yet to register will go ahead and register now and participate in this wonderful live session. In this wonderful Growveg challenge. This is very inspiring and it's a wonderful program that those, even if you don't have so much experience, you're not left out. There are experts that will guide you each step of the way. So thank you once again, Ms. Adebisi, and for our viewers, thank you for joining us, and see you here again on our next live session. Bye.
Bye.